that's the one. I intend to use the Google Doc and share it with you.
Okay.
And as usual, I don't find it straight away, so I have to look for it. So that's the one, Crit 101 Video Project Group 4.
Mm-hmm.
I select that one, and I have it.
Yeah.
Now, I
need to use app, maybe? There's a little button.
You know what?
Yeah.
Let me do things first, and then
Sure.
maybe you will also have to do something. But first,
okay.
it would be my turn. There's a screen share. I'm gonna share my screen with you. Maybe that's not the way to do it properly, but do you have it right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I have lots of them.
Yes, that's a shame. I don't want that. What if I... Because my intent was to work on it and have it right before us, and you would have the same. But I think...
Well, next to the Google Drive, it's popping up saying access and edit your Google Drive files together. So maybe if we both click on that, I'll try it.
No, I don't see that. Next to Google Drive.
Yeah.
If I click on Google Drive, do you have something?
I can see Google Drive now, and I can see your little window down the bottom and myself next to you.
Okay. And do you see anything like me typing something? Can you read it properly or not? Oh, you can.
Yeah, I can see it. It's showing up with green tab next to it, saying, you know, just gobbledygook, FDZ, FGR.
Okay, so you can read that properly.
Yep.
Can you try that also?
Sure.
Maybe it would be... Oh, good. Okay, good. That's brilliant. Now, I think what we need to do right now is come up with something for the video. Because that's the intent.
Absolutely, and I'm guessing that it probably won't matter too much what the content is. It's more the fact that we make an effort. So that's why I thought at least if I get some images together and in one space, we've got those to work with.
Before you do that, there is something about what you did that made me think, because the assignment is titled "Chicken and/or Eggs: Food for the People," and what you what you made was on Pinterest was titled "Chicken or Egg, which came first?" Sort of, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes, something like that. Yeah.
That made me think, because I think, I mean, we're free to do whatever we want, but I think we have to take food for the people in a general sense. That is, food for thought. Because when you think, if I give those two words, chicken and egg, to anybody,
yes,
what that person will think will probably be, which came first? It's the question that everybody is wondering about.
Automatically asked.
Automatically.
Yeah.
So, and because I don't want to use the general path of the food itself, I'd like to maybe venture and do something kind of alternative. What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah. I'm happy to go along with whatever you think.
Now, since we have to prepare a video, maybe what we can do is use this Hangout as the video. It's
Yes.
just that it would require some editing prior.
Mm-hmm.
Or not?
Okay.
What do you
Do
think?
you have some sort? Yeah, you have some sort of editing software program, do you?
Um, uh, what PC do you have? Is it a
I
PC
have.
or a Mac?
Yeah, I have just a PC, a little laptop.
Okay, so do I. Do you see that? I scroll down to the to what James Mickey wrote about the
Mm.
tools itself. If you have a Mac and if you have a PC, or if your OS is Windows, so there is
Yeah.
a built-in or external webcam. We both have one. Cam Studio,
Mm-hmm.
Google Plus Hangout on Air. Google Plus
Mm-hmm.
Hangout on Air is what we are using at the moment. Movie Maker,
Yes.
that's traditional.
Mm-hmm.
But I think given the time, or given the or lack of it thereof, I would say let's go ahead with Google Plus Hangout.
Mm-hmm.
And if you uh, have you ever had a Google Plus Hangout session before? Is it your
No,
first
this
one?
is my first one. Yes.
Do you have any video on YouTube?
Um, Only stuff associated with work, so
Okay,
it's not actually under my name. It's under a pseudonym for work.
okay, because you have a few tools that are given, features that are given that would grant me the possibility to edit them, to edit the video
Mm-hmm.
itself. I mean, it's just, I think, cut whatever piece I would not want to keep and add a couple of bubbles here and there. That's very
Sure.
basic, I
Yep.
understand, but Movie Maker is
Mm-hmm.
very basic as well. And
Yeah.
again, we don't have that much time, so, and I'm not a professional in that area. Are you?
No, not at all. No.
So we'll have to keep it simple, very, very simple.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know. Um,
Yeah.
did you have anything in mind?
Um, while you're talking, I'm just thinking about it. One other option that we could do, I guess, is put a little video into a PowerPoint presentation if we've got a few points that we want to make, and then have the video at, embedded into the PowerPoint. But I mean, I don't think that's any better than what you're suggesting.
So it's the other way around. The video
Yeah.
embedded in the PowerPoint? Isn't that
Yes.
what it, I think we're supposed to the other way around, the video embedding whatever.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't want to.
No.
Do we have?
I think what you're suggesting is fine if we just use the video that we've developed here on Hangout, and maybe it's a video of us just discussing what the assessment is. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be way longer than 90 seconds though. So the editing would be dramatic.
Yeah,
Because so
yeah,
far
yeah,
we've been on air like what 15 minutes, and we haven't really
yeah.
produced anything.
No, but I mean, we have to talk about it in the first instance anyway. So,
Yeah.
so if we look, let's have a look at what it says: guidance for making the video. See if there's any hints there. This is your area to discuss and plan your response. This could include ideas, script, organisation, sharing of useful links, etc. You all must contribute 30 seconds. It could be as simple as you talking into your webcam, or it couldn't be more involved with images, background music, etc. Maximum length is 90 seconds.
30 seconds.
30 seconds each.
It
If you have three people,
okay.
maximum 90.
So since we are two, 60 would be
Yeah.
the maximum.
Well,
So
I think the maximum length of any video is probably 90, but You know, it says you all must contribute 30 seconds of video. So that's very harsh editing.
Yeah. So Dropbox, it would be for a group people having worked on a video outside, not using Google Hangouts, and
Right.
then they would share it using Dropbox. But that's not the situation here. I'm not even ready to go that way. One person in the group must take responsibility for piecing together and editing the final video. This must be published to YouTube and embedded in your blog posts. Okay. What else? You do not have to appear on camera if you do not want to. I know that some of you may be a bit camera shy. Please look at this video that I contributed to an online course I participated in. It's my voice narrating a series of slides. We've seen that one. Well, I've seen that one. Have you?
Yes, I have to.
So
yeah.
Obviously it was. I don't think that James Mickey is camera shy, but it was not visible. It was just like you said, a PowerPoint or something similar to a PowerPoint presentation.
Yeah.
So how do we proceed?
I guess the next thing is that we have to do what it says prior to that guidance. It says you should draw upon your reading and research about chickens and eggs, and it should reflect the conclusions that you have drawn and synthesize those ideas. So what conclusions have we made, I guess, about the whole eggs and chicken thing?
To tell you the truth, I'm tired of that. I'm not even interested. Are you? I'm not interested in doing that. Oh, chicken and egg.
Well, I guess really the chicken and eggs is just a vehicle for the evaluation skills, the analysis skills, and so forth.
Yeah.
So I guess we really perhaps need to use this time now to work out what it is we're going to do, what we're going to talk about, maybe write a script for ourselves, perhaps get back together again another time and just do a straight recording of the one that we do next time.
Yeah, well, that next time will be tomorrow. It has to be tomorrow.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So if I understand correctly, you're zillions of hours ahead of us. So that means that it's 7 or 19, almost 30, which is 7:30 p.m. here at the moment, French time.
And that's on Friday night?
It's a Friday evening. Yeah.
Yeah. Saturday morning at 5:30.
Okay. So I don't want to to push you too much. I mean, I would hate people making me wake up at 5. I guess we can get rid of what I wrote, Pascal. I quickly created an agenda. We are here. I mean, the people who were interested. Although it was UK time, 7 p.m. UK time. So that means that we shouldn't be surprised if someone from the UK would show up.
Okay. What's the time difference between UK and France?
1 hour.
Ah, right. Okay.
We are 1 hour late compared to them. So, but since you're here, that would be that. Let's actually take advantage of your presence and try to do something out of that scenario. Don't hesitate to correct my grammar. I could actually make a few mistakes here and there.
I think that's fine.
Don't hesitate to jump in.
Yep, that's okay. While we're on air, I'm just thinking there is another way we could do this too.
Yeah.
We could use Movie Maker and add some of our video to Movie Maker, and I could put a little, bit together with a recipe with chicken and egg if necessary. I, as you said though, I'm a bit over that too, and I really think that it's more about the synthesizing and evaluation of the processes that we're involved in with it.
So can you develop a bit?
Yeah.
What would be? Would you explain something?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna read.
What?
Should we be involving an approach that includes the strategies that James has been talking about, where we evaluate the assessments? Anyway, we cannot not make any link to the past 4 weeks, obviously.
Yes, yes.
Now the question is how we do that, because he was obviously keen on independent learner, interdependent learner. Interdependent learner is what we actually doing is with others. Independent learner is autonomous. You're not given any the few links to things that we were to read. We were supposed to go beyond that. That would actually mean you were independent. Otherwise, you were just following what he was saying. So that's basically taking you back to school. So being dependent is not only does one use the material that the teacher gives him or her, but he or her would also find their own material. To the point that they would actually contradict or raise a point that the teacher would not have raised during the course. I think we shouldn't wait. I'm kind of scared about the time, the time limit, though. So, but maybe we shouldn't think about that. Maybe we should just throw ideas, and then.
Do you know? My own personal belief is that if we were even to clip the last 90 seconds of this recording, that would be sufficient to meet the requirements, essentially, because we've done what he's asked us to do. We've done the video, we've incorporated information about the Crit 101, and we've been discussing how we can go about it. So, that's 90 seconds almost there, isn't it?
Yeah. But maybe...
do we have to actually come up with any conclusions, is my point.
Maybe. You know what? The reason why I wrote first, should it be based on humor? you probably heard, even though you're in Australia, you've probably heard about the horse in Findus scandal that broke up in the UK. You haven't?
No.
Seriously?
No.
Seriously, it's so big, it's amazing. The thing is, Findus has been using horse instead of beef in
yes,
packaged
I've heard
food.
about that.
Yes.
Yep, I
And
just didn't recognise the company's name.
yes, the Findus. I thought it was French, so it was a French company, but actually it's a Swedish company. That doesn't save us at all, because actually we were blamed for having shipped the supposedly beef, which was horse. But actually it's more complex than that, because it's a series of intermediaries. That is, it was a French company having packaged the food, but the horses were actually coming from Romania. There was some kind of other link to, of course, Sweden, but also maybe Belgium, and maybe somewhere in Cyprus, the Cyprus island. So it's very complex. My point being that we could actually conclude by at least either chicken or egg, but we have to make sure of it's not horse. That would actually of one way of concluding, because how can you otherwise conclude over chicken or egg? I don't know.
Yeah.
I've seen somewhere something chicken or egg. Yeah, there is actually. I was right. I'm gonna put that one on. I'm gonna paste it on. It's an article on Wikipedia.
Okay.
1 minute. I'm gonna make a link out of it. So you can click on that one. Maybe we can get. I mean, let's surf actually over to that chicken or egg article and try to do something out of that. The chicken or egg is commonly stated as which came first, the chicken or the egg? To ancient philosophy. Are you reading it?
Yes, I am.
Okay. To ancient philosophers, the question about which first chicken or egg also invoked the questions of how life and the universe in general began.
Oh my goodness, we're going to come up with a conclusion about the most fundamental nature of the question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I didn't really think of myself as a philosopher, but
but we could actually do something about it. Like conclude over that. Chicken or egg has been, like the article was saying, a question about the first has been a questions that bothered many people over time, and it goes far beyond the existence of the animal or the egg itself, but it questions how life and the universe in general began.
we're really going back to the Big Bang here, aren't we? The very existence of man. And Aristotle is saying if there has been a first man, he must have been born without mother or father, which is repugnant to nature. For there could not have been a first egg to give a beginning to birds, or there should have been a first bird which gave a beginning to eggs, for a bird comes from an egg. It's a circular question, isn't it? Circular reference.
We could actually make a dialogue. You know what? We could make a dialogue out of that. Like you would say something, about something that you would have read in that article, and I would say, well, have you considered that other point, blah 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 blah, and at the end we would say, okay, the source of that particular article is Wikipedia, and we made sure that we didn't change anything, because in the history of things, neither me or Cathay made a modification in that article. So it's pretty generous. It's pretty genuine, and we would also solve the problem of what he was saying, common something. He wanted us to make sure that we would actually be under the Creative Commons license, because that's Wikipedia. So everybody is entitled to use it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because even the picture, actually, we could actually use it.
Yep. Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds a good idea. I'm not quite sure how we're going to go about it. If you want to do it right away, or if you want to plan it. I mean, how much time do we have to spend on this thing?
Not too much. No, seriously, not too much. I think we have some material. We just have to think about how we're gonna put it together. What do you think about the dialogue? Do you totally reject it, or do you think, well?
No. I'm quite happy to go along with it. No, I'm happy to go along with it. Absolutely. It's just a matter of scripting it, I guess, as much as anything.
Oh shit.
What's happened?
Well, I clicked on that because I wanted to make sure that if we record something, I want to have the possibility to switch between screens.
Yeah.
Because in a Hangout, whoever speaks takes the full gets the stage. That is, his image or her image gets the full screen.
Okay.
You see what I mean? In your case, but also you can decide and force someone's image to be at the top and in the middle, like I do right now.
Right.
Okay. And I can go back to the text itself.
Right.
But the thing is, do we want to have that text, or we want to, or maybe we can use the text. I need to show pictures. I don't know.
Well, is there anything to stop you from copying the picture from Wikipedia? Let me try it. If we do save image as and put it on the desktop. Yep. And then
can we say that should it be based on a list of recipes and using either chicken or eggs? Can we scrap that? Can we get rid of that or not?
Yeah, we can get rid of that, because if we're going to do this other approach, we don't need it.
How about the photos, pictures in your Pinterest?
Yeah,
sure. I'm going to ask you the question. Are you sure about the Creative Commons license? Where did you get? Where did you get those pictures?
I'm not sure that they're all Creative Commons approved. Yeah. No. I mean, I tried my best to check that they were, but I haven't gone through and, with a fine-tooth comb.
Yeah. So we're going to go along with the pictures. We're going to use the pictures we find in Wikipedia, because we're pretty sure that's Wikipedia's rules, that those pictures are Creative Commons license.
Okay.
So yes, how about pictures? Yes, we can take those pictures, and actually we can use still Wikipedia, just typing in and looking for chickens, eggs, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Should we be involving an approach that includes the strategies that James has been talking about, where we evaluate the assessment? I'd like you to do some to help me here.
I'm
What do you
just
have in mind?
I'm just focusing on putting a picture into the document from
Yeah,
Wikipedia.
that's what you did.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I was focusing on that. Now, okay. So going back to the Wikipedia document, the whole chicken or egg, what came first. If you are happy to go ahead and have a discussion about that,
Yeah.
we can do that. But do we want it to be really scripted, or do you just want to start, reading from that page, or how do you want to go about it? I'm not quite sure.
If we want to appear rather natural, I would suggest that we script it. We script it, and we have that paper. We would read that paper. And we would have to, prior to anything, we would have to learn it a bit, just to make sure that what the question you would ask me, I would have the answer for that. Otherwise, it would
Exactly.
be
Yeah.
it would be
Yeah.
a series of
Absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So it could become quite an involved and drawn out thing to do that, couldn't it? I don't know that we've got time to do all of that. So I don't know what other quick way we can sort of complete this task.
but how about it's just me saying, maybe you, just feel free to say, well, that sucks, I don't like it. It could be a dialogue about you defending the chicken came first, and I
Mm,
would say, no, it's the egg that came first. I
mm.
found another. It could be also interesting, just to find ideas. Chicken or egg. I'm sure I've seen that one. I've seen a picture about chicken or egg. Chicken. Yeah, that's the one.
And I could end up saying, and in the scheme of things, does it really matter what came first? They both taste delicious.
Yeah.
I'm just going back to the document again, and you know, I know that I'm repeating myself, but it does say that we should be drawing upon the research and reading and reflect the conclusions that we have drawn and synthesize those ideas. So,
Yeah.
you know, going back to what we've actually been doing in the course and then incorporating those ideas as well. It's very difficult doing it all online like this, isn't it? And feeling that the stress of pressure and time.
I've had it. The link to that YouTube video about chicken and egg.
Uh-huh.
Maybe if you feel, I mean, feel free.
Have you put it into the document for me, or?
Yeah. It's just underneath
Okay.
your picture.
All right. Okay. Let me see if I can have a look at that. Ah. Okay, I'm not sure if I'm cutting off audio to you while I'm watching the video. Can you hear it, or is it
No,
just me that's hearing this?
no, I have
Okay,
just a bit of sound
yeah,
coming out, but
okay. Okay, so what were you thinking about using this video as well,
not the video
or just
itself, but the
using it?
ideas. The
The
ideas, what they're
ideas,
saying,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
because that's what what made me think of the dialogue.
Mm-hmm.
In that video, only one person speaks, but in that particular area, in our particular case, sorry, I meant to say you would say something and say, well, you know what, there are other um, sources that would actually contradict what you just said, something like that.
Mm.
I don't know. Back to scenario, should be based on humor, evaluate the assessment. So the picture you just put in is just an example, right? That
Mm-hmm.
that we are
Yeah,
actually able to put any picture.
yeah, yeah.
Now, uh, dialogue. Where is the normal text? Heading. Scenario. Dialogue. Heading 2. What's her name again?
Kathy.
Okay, Kathy. Pascal. Are you tired?
Yeah, I am a bit. Sorry, I didn't get to bed until midnight, so I've had
Oh,
about
wow.
4.5 hours sleep.
Um, don't hesitate to say, well, I need to go back to bed or something, if you really
Yeah.
feel that way.
I'm just wondering whether we need to, as much as it's about interdependent learning, now that we've got a few ideas, maybe have a little break and work on one of those ideas, because we seem to be doing the chicken and the egg thing ourselves, going around in circles a little bit. What I would suggest, maybe to make our lives a little bit simpler,
Yeah.
is we look at that article from Wikipedia and just make some points from that. Maybe simplify it, obviously, and just kind of say, well, this has been a discussion that's been happening throughout history, and
Yeah.
then maybe each of us can sort of repeat what different people throughout history have said
Mm-hmm.
according to this document on Wikipedia.
Yeah. So we are definitely keeping the idea that it would be about not food but chicken or egg, which came first?
An existentialist question.
Yeah.
We've got a
We
long way from a poached egg, haven't we?
Yeah. Well, I have in mind, I think it's probably what he had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking about eggs, the many ways of cooking egg. Now we've
Yes.
been talking about chicken. There's no way at some point that he wouldn't have said something. Well, there's been that story about which came first between the chicken or the egg. So what we're doing actually
Listen, you know what? I'm just thinking as you're talking, we could almost make a video out of everything that we've been talking about now. If we could just edit it and say, okay, we started off looking at pictures and the obvious things. We've had recipes, we've had, different types of food, and then we started having the discussion about, is this really what is needed, or should we be going further than that?
Yeah.
We started then discussing, is it the chicken or egg that came first? And we've turned our whole approach around, and now we're talking more about, a big question that has faced philosophers for all time. Something as simple as that would be sufficient for the video itself. Do you think?
Yeah. Shit. How do I do that? Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. So, this hangout is automatically recorded, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it possible to edit it, or have you been making a separate recording that you can edit? I'm not sure how it works.
No, the thing is, I'm not sure I can undo what I do. So I have to be careful. But I can take pieces at the very beginning and play with them. And if I cut something, if I cut too much, maybe I can sort of, scrap it or do another hangout and practice a bit.
I've noticed that some of the hangouts that I was looking at on my computer anyway, there's a little pop-up that says, do you want to download this video? So exactly. I guess if you download it in the original format and then make a copy of it so that you've still got that original format and just go back and forth.
But I'm afraid you're losing quality.
Ah, right. Yeah.
I'll try to do something. Tomorrow morning won't be possible because I have another class in drawing. I draw. But in my afternoon, I will try to do something. And in the meantime, what you can do, because it's almost 8 o'clock here, what you can do while I'm asleep, you can actually, if you have any idea coming up, you can actually add some more on the Google Doc itself.
Okay, yep.
Right.
That sounds like a plan.
Do I sense that you don't want to go along with the dialogue all that much, or not?
I just think that it to work it out so that we've both got the questions and the answers, it's going to take a bit of time to get to that stage. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I like the idea. I think time is against us to get that done.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, if you want, I'll have a go at writing up the dialogue from that website, that Wikipedia site, and we could share that as a document.
Yeah, as soon as I've ended the broadcast, I will send you the link to it, and maybe we can view it, and maybe at some point you can just let me know if you have pieces that you would see would fit, and maybe if you could actually give me directions as to which part you would like me to play with and mash up, and what other parts you would like me to get rid of, and maybe we can actually make a video out of that would actually make sense.
Yeah, because I mean, we have talked about the processes, and we've talked about where we've started off from, so it could still come together just from what we've done. And I think the fact that we've had this hangout will make James happy anyhow. So.
I think so. That's